Hello you guys and welcome back to my walkthrough for Mass Effect 3. We're on Thessia, we're just ready to get into this temple, so let's go ahead and wait no further.
Looks like we're in the clear. Let's get inside.
Let me take a look. It's military-grade encryption. I think I can override it.
Do religion and military always mix among Asari?
No, this is unusual. Especially since few still follow the Athame doctrine.
Something is wrong. Your scientist should be here.
Take a look around. Maybe one of these artifacts is what we're looking for. Could this be the artifact?
I don't think so. It's the goddess Athame's sword. Myths say she wielded it against the jealous gods who threatened our ancestors.
They were a race called the Voras. Thessia had vast resources. We protected you from them.
You protected. But then Athame.
There is more to your history than you know, Asari.
What's this?
The goddess Athame's shield. Legends say she used it to protect Thessia when the heavens grew angry. Our ancestors were probably misinterpreting a meteor shower.
It was an asteroid strike. We deflected it.
Are you actually suggesting that the Protheans intervened in our past?
It's more than a suggestion. I find it strange your scientists would abandon their own planet.
They wouldn't.
Wow, Javik really does bring more to the story here. I'm really glad that we brought him.
Doesn't look useful. That's Janiri, Athame's guide who brought enlightenment to Thessia long ago.
And you don't see the resemblance? He was no servant of an imaginary goddess. He was Prothean.
Yeah, you could definitely tell that's Prothean.
What do you know about this?
A page from one of our earliest religious texts, the Athame Codex. It's not what we need. It describes how Athame's guide Janiri gave my people seeds. He taught them the seasons so they could grow crops.
We didn't want you to starve. For something as important as this artifact, there should have been failsafes.
Okay, so what else do we have here?
What are we looking at here?
A primitive rendition of the goddess Athame. She's speaking to her ancient Asari followers. I don't think this is the artifact.
Another one of your myths that somehow looks Prothean.
What you're implying. It's staggering.
We were here in the beginning, watching you grow. Athame was us.
I'm guessing these are the scientists. What about this one?
Another page from the Codex. I doubt this is it. It describes Lucen, Athame's guide who taught our ancestors about the stars.
Your species was attained to our potential. Pity you didn't live up to it.
Could this be the artifact?
I don't think so. That's a sculpture of Lucen, one of Athame's servants who walked among my ancestors, bestowing knowledge.
No servant of an imaginary goddess. He was Prothean.
Oh yeah, there's the scientists.
Another page from the Codex. Not very useful. It talks about Athame's guide granting us the gift of biotics as a reward for worshiping her.
That gift involved years of genetic research.
This is almost too much to take.
We aren't making any progress. I think we should examine those scientists.
Agreed.
Their throats.
What happened to them?
They've been slit. The Reapers didn't do this. We're going to have to figure this out on our own.
Who's that supposed to be?
It's a Thame. Her image became more like ours over time.
You mean your ancestors tried to hide the truth?
I'm still not willing to believe any of that's real.
Then why does a Thame speak Prothean?
What do you mean?
There is something here. I can sense it.
In this temple? I admit it is strange this place has been so well preserved. Though a Thame does have great historical significance, we once believed our gods were separate from the world, looking down on... Now, as a cosmic whole, there is a universal energy.
Ah! There's a Prothean beacon here.
What? You're sure?
It's not something you forget.
But why hide it?
The answer is obvious. Power and influence. Your people are holding the knowledge of my race for their own gain.
That can't be. I can't believe my people would keep this a secret.
A beacon like this could explain why Asari are so advanced.
This temple is thousands of years old. Time enough to make serious progress.
That doesn't make it true.
You can't keep denying reality, Asari. Even a small amount of data would give your species an edge. Or are you insulted that your government didn't involve you?
The Mars ruins are where humanity got Mass Effect technology.
And we learned of it from the ruins of the Inusanum, the race that came before us. It was our secret for centuries.
Well, if it is true, the Asari should have shared this knowledge. We might not have been in this mess if they had.
You don't know that, Shepard. We don't know what's going on here.
I know we don't have much time to find out.
The few records I can access talk about tapping into Prothean data streams, reconstructing matrices, none of which I see here.
I do. The activation process has begun.
By the goddess. Literally.
Look around. There must be more of these connections.
Incredible. The beacon seems to think you're Prothean, Shepard. It must be the cipher you got back on Pharos years ago.
Or it could be the Prothean standing next to you.
Yeah, exactly. We have a Prothean with us. Okay, so...
Searching. There have to be more connections nearby.
There is nothing useful here. The end of the war is near. Find what we need, finish the Crucible, and vengeance is it's taking power.
Okay, let's go after the sword.
There doesn't appear to be a connection.
No.
We should keep searching. There! Another one!
Maybe... this statue here.
Doesn't look like a connection.
No.
This confirms the Asari owe your superiority to my people. That isn't what we need.
Is this totally random or what?
There has to be another one around here.
Yes. Keep looking.
The activation is complete. We can access the beacon now.
Okay, here we go.
We need to hurry. This place isn't going to... last very long.
Obtaining chronological marker. Hold. Timescale established. Post-Prothean cycle confirmed.
One of our computers.
Reaper presence detected. This galactic cycle has already reached its extinction terminus. Systems shutting down.
Hold on!
We need answers.
To what question?
The catalyst. We need to know what it is to finish the Crucible.
A memory of one of my people.
I am called Vendetta, an advanced virtual construct of Patrick Van, overseer of the project you refer to as Crucible. He died fighting the Reapers in the Battle of Tranvia 9. Your remaining time is also at an end.
Were all Protheans so grim?
What happened to the Crucible in your time? Why didn't the Protheans deploy it?
We were sabotaged from within. A splinter group argued we should dominate the Reapers rather than destroy them. It fractured our order of battle. Later, we discovered the Separatists were indoctrinated.
I always suspected as much.
And now we're facing the same problem.
Our studies of past ages led us to believe that time is cyclical. Many patterns repeat.
Like the Reaper attacks.
And beyond, the same peaks of evolution, the same valleys of dissolution. The same conflicts are expressed in every cycle, but in a different manner. The repetition is too prevalent to be merely chance.
We assumed the Reapers were responsible for the pattern.
Perhaps, though I believe the Reapers are only servants of the pattern. They are not its master.
So who is the Master?
Unknown. Its presence is inferred rather than observed. The only certainty is its intention. Galactic annihilation. You now stand at that precipice.
We haven't been annihilated yet. We're fighting the Reapers right now.
As does every cycle. But resistance is not enough. Conventional means will not defeat the Reapers.
We already know that. It's why we're building the Crucible. We found your plans.
The Crucible is not of Prothean design. It is the work of countless galactic cycles stretching back millions of years. Each cycle adds to it. Each improves upon it. Thus far, none have successfully defeated the Reapers with it.
I know a thing or two about killing Reapers. Just tell us what the catalyst is.
Listen to the human. She can be trusted.
I detect you are one of us. You are Prothean.
The last. I am the final hope to avenge our people.
Your mission was known to me. Do you believe this present cycle can deliver retribution?
They have earned the right to try.
Tell us what we need to know.
Very well. If you have followed the plans for the Crucible, I will interface with your systems and assist with the catalyst too. Indoctrinated presence detected. Activating security protocol.
You killed the scientists. What do you want?
Your attention. Someone would like to talk with you.
Shepard,
How did you find this place?
the archives. Or did your Prothean expert miss that one?
Show yourself. I promise I won't miss.
Stick to your talents, Dr. Thessia. You've helped uncover the key to subjugating the Reapers.
Or destroying them?
Damn it, Shepard. Destroying the Reapers gains us nothing.
How about peace?
They're just trying to control us. Think about it. If they wanted all organic life destroyed, they could do it. There would be nothing left.
I might have believed you once, but you've gone too far.
Shepard, you're out of your depth. There are choices coming that you're not equipped to make.
I'm finishing the Crucible and I'm sending the Reapers back to hell.
I can't let you do that. Leng, the commander has something I need. Please relieve her of it. And then bring me the data.
Understood.
Okay, let's kick this guy's ass.
Commander, the gunship!
Get to cover!
I've got this! You're slower than I imagined, Shepard.
Okay, let's throw a turret at him.
Your friend Thane died like a coward. I need to recharge! Cover me!
The gunship's taking up position!
Fucking gunship, man.
Shepard is mine now. You've had your fun now, Shepard. It's a pity the good ones never last.
There's only one way this ends. Target the supports. Cerberus thanks you for all your hard work.
Shepard! Hang on!
This is Shepard. Give us your location.
I repeat, is anyone on this frequency?
We read you. Give me your
The lieutenant's down. Our whole zone is collapsing. What happened to Shepard? Did they make it to the temple? I saw them. Wait, I've got a Reaper inbound. Please, is anybody there? Oh, goddess. No!
Commander Shepard, are you there? Commander.
Counselor? The mission...
Contact with Thessia has been cut off. When will the Crucible be ready to use?
Counselor, I wish the news was better. We didn't get the information.
Why not?
Cerberus was there. We were defeated. We don't know how to finish the Crucible.
I don't know what to say. What was the situation on Thessia?
Deteriorating fast. The Reapers are there in strength.
Then I should be going. Plans must be put in motion. Continuity of civilization has to be considered. I never imagined this day would come.
None of us did. Sorry.
Asari forces are in full retreat. It is no longer safe for us to remain in this system.
Get us out of here.
Shepard, Nobody could have predicted Cerberus would reach Thessia before us.
To hell with predictions. Thessia's lost, and that's on me. As is the data on the catalyst. I'm sick of Cerberus beating us to the punch.
Let's kick them in the balls first for a change.
I'm with James. Anyone know where they're hiding? Anyone?
Well, there is something.
Let's hear it, Trainer.
I was able to track Kai Leng's shuttle through the relay and extrapolate his destination. But the signal disappeared in the Yera system.
Naturally.
It's not just gone, though. The signal is being actively blocked.
How?
I'm not sure, but something is interfering with all signal activity in that region of space.
Commander, the Yara system is home to Sanctuary and little else. Sanctuary is a supposed safe haven for war refugees.
You think it's worth checking out, Trainer?
Yes, Mom, I do.
If Specialist Trainer hadn't examined the data so astutely, the interference would have been undetectable.
Nice work, Trainer. You've given us a shot. Now let's make sure we don't waste it.
I was stationed on Horizon in the Lyra system, and you were the only Cerberus presence while I was there.
It's a slim lead. Let's hope it's the right one.
I don't care how slim the leads are at this point. We've come too far to let Cerberus stop us. I want that Prothean data. I want the catalyst. No excuses. Dismissed.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
Shepard, I heard about Thessia.
We were so close, Anderson. So damn close to ending this war.
You didn't think it'd be that easy, did you?
I knew going in what the Reapers were capable of, but I also knew what I was capable of. And losing the Asari homeworld wasn't in the playbook.
Shepard, you know how many times I got my ass handed to me over the years? Surviving the first contact war back in the day was a goddamn miracle. They said I was a hero. I just felt lucky to get out alive. So maybe Kai Lang did beat you. What of it?
It could cost us the war.
These guys in the Resistance, they know it's a losing proposition. They know the chances of seeing tomorrow are slim to none. But we all signed up anyway. Hell, I'm sitting in London right now staring at rubble. I was born here. And it's looking like I might die here too. So I say point us at the Reapers and we'll take our chances.
I'm not willing to bank this whole war on a hope and a prayer.
Well, truth is, we could use a bit of both right now. Shake this off, Shepard.
I will.
Anderson out.
Okay, you guys. This game is just amazing. I mean, the storyline, losing Thessia, you could feel the pain of losing that planet. Okay, so let's just take a look around the Normandy, speak with our crew members.
Damn. Not after we took down that Reaper on Rannoch. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's no way we could stop the Reaper.
It's true. The species of the galaxy should have come together quicker than they did. They're all very selfish. And it's not making it any easier trying to take down the Reapers.
Alright, here's another one. Dates back to the Rachni Wars. So, a Krogan and a Solarian have landed on a Rachni world for a top-secret mission.
That is unlikely. Solarians rarely took part in raids on Rachni-occupied worlds directly.
Missing the point? So the two guys are climbing up a hill going through this nasty green fog. And as they get near the top, they come out of the fog, and the Solarian sees thousands of Rachni. He looks over at the Krogan and says, "Oh, well, that makes me nervous." The Krogan says, "You think that's scary? When this is over, I have to go back down through that fog by myself."
The implication being that the Solarian soldier would be dead.
Yes. Thank you for killing the 2,000-year-old joke.
That joke plays to racial stereotypes on both sides. The Krogan appears brutish and insensitive, while the Solarian appears weak. Stereotypes such as exemplified here led to the development and use of the genophage.
Well, yeah. It's also one of the only jokes you'll hear both Solarians and Krogan telling. Comedy isn't really about being nice. sometimes it's a way to air out the ugly things people think.
Shepard, I have a question about human behavior.
This isn't the best time, Edie.
Perhaps humor? A penguin is driving through the Arizona desert.
I'm not in the mood.
A lively rendition of La Marseillaise?
No.
Very well. I will maintain a respectful silence until you indicate otherwise.
Thank you, Edie.
So Thessia, huh? I guess the Asari are wishing they had fewer dancers and more commandos right about now. Too soon?
You're a damn good pilot, Joker, and I put up with a lot because of that. But we are in the middle of a war.
You see this? Tiptree. Little colony out in the ass end of nowhere. My dad lives there. So does my sister. Reapers rolled in about 2 weeks ago. So you can assume that I'm generally aware there's a war on, Commander.
So why the jokes?
Because Edie says that according to your armor's metabolic scans, you're under more stress now than during the Skillian Blitz. Like more than Torfan, where you put your whole damn squad through a meat grinder. And the last time I had a briefing with Anderson, he told me to take care of you. The guy leading the resistance on Earth is worried about you, and I'm supposed to help.
I appreciate the thought, Joker, but I'm fine.
The hell you are. You're like half robot at this point. No offense, Edie. And it's my fault. When the Collectors blew up the first Normandy, you died because I wouldn't leave. Because you had to come back for me.
I couldn't leave the best pilot in the fleet behind, could I?
Yeah, well, I guess that would have looked bad on your report.
Come on. We got work to do.
I feel at this point, Shepard's just starting to fall apart. You can tell you can really tell exactly what Joker just said.
Commander, Cerberus has attacked a comm facility on Ontaron. I've updated the galaxy map. Thanks for listening, Commander.
It was a good idea. And right now, it's the best lead we've got.
In any event, good luck.
Okay, so we are going to go down to docking, or I'm sorry. Yeah. Is it called docking? No, it's just level 5. We're going to go to the shuttle bay.
Doesn't hurt to go over the weapon roster one more time.
Hey, for what it's worth, I know how it feels to lose like that. I know that doesn't make it easier, but you're just human like the rest of us.
If you're trying to make me feel better, it's not working, Lieutenant.
Hey, everyone on this ship knows you did all you could. You need to cut yourself some slack. Whatever it takes to get that data back from Cerberus. We're behind you. Whatever it takes to end this.
Noted.
We'll take a look at our armor when we go up to the captain's cabin.
Have you filed your story on Thessia yet?
No. I'm trying to word it right.
What happens if you word it wrong?
If I'm lucky, the Citadel Stock Exchange drops 2,000 extra points.
And if you're unlucky?
I don't know. Never really been unlucky. Commander.
I'm just surprised she doesn't want to interview us.
Commander,
We were just talking to Liara.
she's a strong one.
I'd say her world's just been completely rocked.
Completely. Adams and I were just remembering Noveria and the terrible way her mother died.
Liara seemed so together afterward. Couldn't have been easy.
For weeks, she told me stories about her mother.
Yeah, me Me too. I have a feeling she'll be okay.
Yeah. Hope so.
Okay, so who is down here? Liara and Javik are in the same room. Donnelly and Daniels are downstairs. I wonder if they're making the moves on each other. We're gonna walk into something, I can feel it.
Oh, hello, Commander.
We were just double checking the thermal ducts.
I'm sure you were. Carry on.
I'm sorry about the disturbance, you guys. I just had FedEx come and bring me my new computer, so I'm really excited. It's like lifted my moods a little after seeing what happened on Thessia.
Those were all lies back there.
They were not.
My people weren't animals for your kind to experiment on.
You wanted to know more about your history, Asari. Now you do.
I have a name. It's Liara Tassoni, and I'd appreciate you using—
Hey! Settle down.
My home was just destroyed, and all he can do is gloat.
Liara, you may not like the truth, but you can't blame him for it.
Besides, there's nothing to be done about it now.
You're Prothean. You're supposed to have all the answers. You should have stopped this.
We believed you would. Long ago, we saw the potential in your people. Even then, it was obvious. The wisdom, the patience. You were the best hope for this cycle. So you were guided when necessary.
Well, it didn't work.
You're still alive, aren't you? Your world may have fallen, but as long as even one Asari is left standing, the fight isn't over.
I guess that goes for Protheans, too.
Despair is the enemy's greatest weapon. Do not let them wield it. Liara Tassoni.
Did you mean any of that?
She believes it, so she will keep fighting. Isn't that what matters most, Commander?
Carry on.
Wow, I was not expecting that at all. I couldn't let Liara attack Javik. So that's why I intervened.
I suffered many defeats in the last war, Commander. Let this loss be the fuel that powers your rage. If there is to be victory in this war, it will be for all cycles. The living will avenge the dead. And do not concern yourself with Thessia's fate, Commander. The loss of a planet is insignificant next to the loss of the galaxy.
I really like that addition from the DLC that you get from Eden Prime.
She went straight to her cabin. She's not answering her comm.
How bad?
I've never seen Liara like this. Not even after Noveria.
Damn.
Can you talk to her? You've known her as long as any of us. And with Palaven.
I'm just another damn reminder of how many people are dying. You should talk to her.
I just regained my homeworld. She just lost hers.
Well, I don't have any magic words. She needs time. Maybe call her later.
She went straight to her cabin. She's not answering her comm.
I'll go talk to Liara.
Thanks, Shepard.
Man, we can't leave Liara hanging like that. I do want to add that I really think that if you haven't played the DLC for Eden Prime or added it to your game, you really need to, because Javik's storyline, his character, really helps out the Mass Effect 3 story, and I'm really glad that I've played it now. I'm a little disappointed I didn't play it the first time that I played Mass Effect, but I'm really happy that I'm playing all the DLCs now.
Commander.
Okay, let's just see where everybody is here. Let's go speak with Garrus before we go over to Liara. I do feel really bad that she's losing her homeworld right now. Of all of the species that lose their homeworld, it has to be the Asari. It's just crazy.
Any word from your family?
They made it off Palaven. It was tight, but they're okay.
That's fantastic. That must be a weight off your shoulders.
It is. Though this being a war, one burden replaces another.
What happened?
I just had to make a tough call with the Primarch. He said our fleets are being decimated, so I advised him to cease all offensive operations against the Reapers.
A full retreat?
The only way to save Palaven now is to hold our ships back for the Crucible. But if I'm wrong, then a lot of other Turian families won't be as lucky as mine.
If it means anything, I would have given the Primarch the same advice.
Yeah, there's that ruthless calculus again. How are you holding up, Shepard? This all has to be taking a toll.
There's only so much fight in a person. Only so much death you can take
before a certain Turian with no romantic skills to speak of tries to cheer you up.
Cheer? Coming from you?
Mood swings. Don't worry. We'll get through this. We always do. Not something you can ever get used to. Seeing a world go down like that. Thousands of years of civilization on fire. But it wasn't your fault. Thessia was already gone by the time we got there. And maybe the elusive man did win one, but so what? I've lost a few fights in my time, and I'm still here. It's because I always made sure. A battle doesn't make a war, Shepard. We're still in this.
So weird how sometimes the dialogue trails off. Okay, let's see if we can try and comfort Liara.
I've studied Protheans my entire life. If I'd been shown the beacon on Thessia earlier...
You would have needed Shepard's cipher to comprehend it.
I still could have learned from it. Instead, my mother hid the galaxy's most important archaeological find from me. It must have been such a joke to her when I became a Prothean researcher.
The penalties for withholding Prothean technology are among the harshest in Council space. Your mother's motives may have been simply to shield you.
Perhaps. Thank you, Edie. I hadn't considered that. How did this happen, Shepard? My entire civilization. The Asari's history. The Protheans made it a lie all along. And I abandoned my people to hunt for the catalyst.
Liara, you had nothing to do with the attack on Thessia.
Nothing to do with it? I told those people on Thessia we'd save them. How many Asari died because I demanded their help?
None.
Shepard, that isn't true.
You've been warning your people for 4 years, Liara. There's not a damn thing you should feel guilty about. If we move fast enough, they'll have a chance to survive this, to start again. We lost Thessia, but we haven't lost the Asari yet.
Helping the refugees. That's something I can do. It's something I owe them.
I knew you'd think of something.
I still need some time, Shepard. But thank you.
Okay, so we don't want to bother her right now. Prothean Notes, 2186, Entry 4. I can't let disappointment stop me from learning the Protheans' history. It's just as naive as thinking they were all benevolent, and I've perhaps been arrogant, judging an entire species on what little time I've had to know it sole survivor. He was hardly responsible for the skewed view I had on his people. I put forward the idea of writing a book with Javik, and to my surprise, he said he would think about it. Perhaps it's a start. You know, that might be actually something good for them, and if it's something, you know, if everybody survives this Reaper invasion, it's something that can go down in history, written by an Asari and a Prothean, and something that isn't thought to be able to be in existence, because Javik is obviously the last Prothean, and that's really sad still. Please flag this as possible book titles. When this is all over, I'd like to publish what we've learned about the Protheans. The Protheans, a living legacy. The Prothean Empire. The Protheans, the last Prothean. Living history of the Protheans. I despise thinking up titles for my own. Academic research. Prothean journeys with the Prothean. I think that probably the last Prothean would be a very good book title. Silly little glyph. I think there's a couple updates there, but we'll just look at those afterwards. Nobody else is here. We've spoken to everybody. Let's go ahead and go up to the captain's cabin. Brody, be quiet. Okay. Our hamster. Cheat. And we still have one more ship to collect. We'll use our private terminal down on the second deck. Let's turn this music off. I always thought it was pretty loud when we moved down. Okay, so we do have a couple different armors that we can equip, and I really want to use the collector armor, but I don't know what it'll look like for the cutscenes, and I don't want to ruin that. I don't want to ruin being able to see Shepard's face. And I think right now this is probably the perfect one. So we'll just go ahead and save that. Thank you, trainer. So it sounds like we do have a new message. Evacuating Thessia from Asari Military Command. Good, you open this message. This isn't actually Asari Military Command. They're busy tending to what's left on their planet. So you survived our fight on Thessia. You're not as weak as I thought, but never forget that your best was not enough to stop me. Now an entire planet is dying because you lack the strength to live. The legend of Shepard needs to be rewritten. I hope I'm there for the last chapter. It ends with your death. Kai Lang. He's such an ass. Trying to rub it in our face that he used a battleship, basically, to win the fight. Other than his sword. Okay, you guys, so this is going to end it for the Priority Thessia mission. In the next episode, we are going to be doing some space travel, and then we're going to return to the Citadel before we move on to our next priority mission, which is Priority Horizon, which is really where we went on, I think we went there on Mass Effect 1, and we are also there on Mass Effect 2. So that's where Sanctuary is. It sounds like that's where people are trying to find Sanctuary, hence the name of the building. So I want to thank you guys for subscribing, liking, commenting, and I hope you enjoy my walkthrough so far. It's so sad about Thessia. But I will see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned.